Hello, this is Tanya from Vintage History on Facebook, or Dallas Stars on YouTube, and I am in a cemetery in Telephone, Texas, called Grove Cemetery, Arch Grove Cemetery. Anyway, it's near Telephone, Texas, and I found a really cool grave. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you the cemetery real quick. First of all, I want to show you the sunset over this beautiful cemetery in Texas, Telephone, Texas. It's near the Red River, and which is also close to the Oklahoma border. But we are in Texas, and that is a beautiful sunset and a very beautiful cemetery. I'm out here with a friend, but the sunset is amazing. But what I wanted to show you was this particular grave that we found. So this tree has grown over a grave. Now, it's crazy. You have to see this. So the front of the grave, or the person who it was, says they were born in 1855 and died in 1907. Yeah, I'm not even sure if I can read the name, to be honest with you, but there it is. But look how this tree, through the years, like I said, they died in 1907. So this tree has grown up right on the grave. And the coolest thing is, look how it must have had a fence around it at one time. And the fence had grown into this tree. Look at that. And I think this is just part of the tree. But yeah, look at that. Grown into the tree. It's amazing how time just seems to take over, and the next thing you know, years later, you have a tree. Huge. This tree is huge. Look at that. I mean, how gorgeous, how cool is that? I have never seen a fence grown into a tree at a cemetery before. I don't guess there's any other part to that. And I mean, you can't get it out if you ever wanted to get it. I mean, that thing has been in there for years and years and years and years. Anyway, that was a cool find I wanted to show you. Oh yeah.
It would list all the hearts. It's just amazing to me, these cute headstones, that 126 years ago somebody stood right here.
Oh yeah,
and attended a funeral.
Years and years.
And it's beautiful, probably all wooded.
Uh-huh. And they're still here.
Yeah.
And a lot of them you can still read the name.
Look at this one. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. 1870.
Look at the details of this one.
Back then was probably 30 years old.
Yep. Long line, and then of course, back then, you know, they died younger, especially women, because of childbirth. This one was born in wow. I'm not sure, actually. Hold on. 1856. Oh, and 1892. Sometimes they're so old, you really have to read. Let's go over and look at this big one over here. Well, I'm out here with my friend, who is my cemetery friend. We go to cemeteries and we have a lot in common. We also like a lot of the same things. But today is cemetery day. Look at this one. He was James M. Richardson, born in 1854 and died in 1900. That one's really pretty. Love it. Check out this weird looking tree at the cemetery. Now granted, there's no tombstone under it, but it's weird looking. Ooh, with a big hole in it.
Animal living over there. That's
Yeah.
a gnome under there.
Is that a what?
A gnome.
A gnome?
It's a gnome home.
It could be. I don't want to know what's under there. I found a Civil War grave. This is Private Grayson County, Francis Madison Adams. He was a Confederate States of America. October 31st, 1844. He had a Halloween birthday. And he died January 18th, 1921. So he did not die in the war, but he was a veteran of the American Civil War. And of course, we're in Texas, so most of them did fight for the South. All right, well, here's one more. Also part of the Texas Infantry. Now, I don't know if that's Civil War or just cavalry, in later years. But looks like he might have died March 15th, 1929. So, it's just pretty out here.
Red ball. 41, 51.
Well, it's starting to get dark here. And as you can see, the sun has officially went over the horizon and is setting for the day. It's always a great day when you just get out of the house on a beautiful day and go sightseeing just a little bit. And I love cemetery hopping, so this is like perfect. Well, I'm going to end it with a few older ones over here. This person was a veteran in the Korea War. George N. Phillips. And I found one more pretty one I want to show you. Okay, so these are the last two I want to show you in this cemetery in Telephone, Texas. These were all children. The first one was born in 1906 and died in 1906, one day after birth. The second one was born in 1893 and died in 1893, about 1 month later. And the last one was born in 1892 and died in 1892. And she was almost a year old. And then I found this right behind. It said, Wade Mom. And it was just really pretty. It said, we think of you in silence and make no outward show how we miss and love you. No one will ever know. That reminds me of my dad. You wished no farewell and never said goodbye. You were gone before we knew, and only God knows why. And you can just read on the rest of it if you want. But I thought that was really pretty. Anyway, I want you all to have a great, great rest of your day. And thanks for joining me on my cemetery trip. Please come like my YouTube channel, Dallas Stars, Crafts and Jewelry, or my Facebook page, Vintage History. Subscribe and like, and thank you and share. Have a great day.